The Easter Story in Words and Pictures, narrated by Deborah Duncan, with drawings by Vivian Wright and photographs from Pixabay. Then Jesus came with them to a place called Gethsemane, and said to his disciples, "Sit here while I go and pray over there." He went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, "O my Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will." And then they bound Jesus, led him away, and delivered him to Pilate. And Pilate asked him, "Are you the King of the Jews?" He answered and said to him, "It is as you say." Then Pilate said, "What do you want me to do with him?" So they cried out, "Crucify him." And Pilate said, "Why? What evil has he done?" Then the soldiers of the governor took Jesus into the praetorium and gathered the whole garrison around him, and they stripped him and put a scarlet robe on him. When they had twisted a crown of thorns, they put it on his head, and a reed in his right hand, and they bowed the knee before him and mocked him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews!" And when they had mocked him, they took the purple off him, put his own clothes on him, and led him out to crucify him. Then they compelled a certain man, Simon a Cyrenian, as he was coming out of the country and passing by, to bear his cross. And they brought him to the place Golgotha, which is translated, place of a skull. Then they crucified him, and divided his garments, casting lots, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet. They divided my garments amongst them, and for my clothing they cast lots. Sitting down, they kept watch over him there, and they put up over his head the accusation written against him, "This is Jesus, King of the Jews." With him they also crucified two robbers, one on his right and the other on his left. So the scripture was fulfilled which says, "And he was numbered with the transgressors." And those who passed by blasphemed him. Likewise the chief priests also mocked him. Even those who were crucified with him reviled him. Now when the 6th hour had come, there was darkness over the whole land until the 9th hour. And at the 9th hour Jesus cried out with a loud voice, saying, "Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani," which is translated, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And Jesus cried out with a loud voice, and breathed his last. Now when evening had come, there came a rich man from Arimathea named Joseph. This man went to Pilate and asked for the body of Jesus. Then Pilate commanded the body to be given to him. When Joseph had taken the body, he wrapped it in a clean linen cloth, and he laid it in his new tomb, which he had hewn out of the rock. And he rolled a large stone against the door of the tomb, and departed. When the Sabbath was past, the women brought spices that they might come and anoint him. They said amongst themselves, "Who will roll away the stone from the door?" When they looked up, they saw the stone had been rolled away, and a young man clothed in a long white robe sitting on the right-hand side. He said to them, "Do not be alarmed. You seek Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He is risen. He is not here. He said, Go quickly and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead, and indeed he is going before you into Galilee. There you will see him." So they went out quickly from the tomb with fear and great joy, and ran to bring his disciples word. And as they went to tell his disciples, behold, Jesus met them, saying, "Rejoice!" So they came and held him by his feet and worshipped him.